Okay, in this segment we're going to look at the techniques you can use to help a student identify the error. And let's have a look. Okay, before we start, can you reflect on your own teaching practice? What techniques do you usually use to correct your students' spoken errors? So apart from repeating the correct version, what else do you do? So break it down in your mind. What things do you do to correct your students? So you can download this worksheet, but I thought these are ways that I correct high frequency errors. So for example, the preposition for. So I'm trying to do it non-verbally. So I might just go for to the student, which seems very silly. But in the beginning, if you say for and they look at you and you say for, F-O-R, and you make the connection, so you've then codified that this represents the preposition for, obviously, to and by, all a bit silly, but it works. With or contractions, if I want them to shorten the word, maybe take off the ing, I will make it smaller, or with something, yeah? And then we can use prepositions on and at work. So I'm often walking around the class on, in, be careful with. Word order, so you may just do this. It shows that though you want them to change the word order. S, third person S, just draw it. Okay. Stop at this point would be like a karate chop. And that's saying, often like, don't use the continuous form, just stop at the infinitive. Tenses would be hand flicked over the shoulder would be the past tense. Rolling motion is probably keep it going, you're missing something, or it needs to be a continuous or progressive form. You've got one too many words, so take out a word. So you can do this with the finger down. Okay, so those help you to signal to students without interrupting the flow, and it's all done by hand. You do need to do learner training at the beginning to show what they mean, but very quickly students catch on. Okay. So metalinguistic feedback can be sounds, so you can talk up to the error. So yesterday I beep. So the beep indicates where the error is. You can use the physical. Yesterday I past tense. You're also naming it, and like I say, you're talking up to the error. Give as much information. Sometimes new teachers drip feed in and they turn error correction into a kind of guess what I'm thinking game. Throw as much as you can at it as fast as you can. Indicate, name, make a sound, demonstrate with your hand the type of error. Codify. So start by, you do need to train your students to use whatever system you're going to work that works for you. So I spent usually the first lesson, by, which is sort of a bit silly, but they do get it and they get the humour as well. So maximise the message. Don't drip feed in error correction information. Give it as much as you can at the same time. Recast. If they don't get it, tell them. There's no, I see teachers struggling and they're torturing the student to get this, and it becomes guess what the answer is. The idea with metalinguistic feedback is that the student self-corrects or their peer corrects very quickly. It's not meant or intended to be a torturous process. If they don't know, recast and tell them. Be very explicit and accurate. There's a very odd phenomenon where teachers indicate an error, but they don't actually correct the student. Or if the student self-corrects, be clear to them if they've got it right or not. Has the student got it right? Are they being accurate? It's very odd, but a lot of teachers, the student corrects themselves, but they're still not sure because the teacher hasn't said correct. So be explicit. Okay, So download and complete the worksheet titled Matching Spoken Errors to Correction Techniques. So what kind of technique is ideal or best for which error correction, which correction? Okay. Teacher trainer. Trainee teachers need practice, and experienced ones do too if they're expanding their repertoire. So put them in pairs, give one of them a list of common learner errors, and so one plays the student, one's a teacher, the student makes the error and the teacher corrects. Okay, and get them to give each other feedback on how many clues did they give? Did they give a sound? Did they name it? Did they indicate where? Okay. Now download the progress test, see how you're doing. If you're struggling, go back over some of the material in this segment. Okay, so error correction is just do it. Students love it.